a new business I'm starting just today for the first time. It's going to be helping New Jersey families, typically in the South Jersey area for now, that are grieving. They lost a loved one. It could be cancer. It could be any medical illness. I will be having events where they could come down. It'll be a family-orientated event, family-style restaurant. There'll be food. There'll be drinks, entertainment, and a place where all of us could be there for one another. It'll be a fun, enjoyable evening, and it's going to be all for, it's a good cause just to be there for each other in the grieving process. How did I come up with this idea? I'm grieving. My wife, Jennifer, passed away, only 46 years old, so sad. My mother, Josephine, passed away, 75, all within 2 weeks. I don't really have support. I would like to tell all of you I do, but I don't. It's the truth. I don't have a big support system. And I keep finding, I need support. That's every day of my life I wake up, I need support. I need support. So I say to myself, why not just start a business, right? Does that make sense? If this is something I'm going to be dedicating so much time to, I figured, why not start a business? Why not do it myself? So it's gonna be a work in progress, but I'm going to be dedicating a lot of time to this now. Now, yes, when we get sponsors, I am going to be upfront and honest. This will not only be for the business, the proceeds that we receive will also benefit my family, because unfortunately, a lot of very horrible things happened in our life. I wish it didn't. But obviously, the loss of my wife, the loss of my mom is tremendous. Emotional impact is tremendous. Losing your wife and your mother. My two angels are in heaven looking down on us now. I love them. But we also had a big financial impact. As I said, I was Jennifer's caretaker. That was my full-time job. I'm making like $3,000 a month, and my mother's Social Security and pension was around $3,500, around $7,000 a month, just about, we lost. And so yes, a portion of these funds will be to benefit my family in need, to help us survive, because we have no incomes. That's just the way it is. But a very large portion, probably up to 50%, depending on the month. It just depends on the month. Up to 50% will be used to buy food, to rent out establishments, alcohol. Well, not exactly alcohol. I mean, maybe I'll give the adults one drink, yeah, right? One drink won't hurt them. We'll figure it out. But for the kids, there'll be obviously soda, juice, water. Evil Detective Pikachu. What's up there, Evil Detective Pikachu? So anyway, anyone who would like to contribute Cash App wise to Apefather's new business, thank you, Angie. Here it is. Angie already, I pinned Angie's comment, but the Cash App is going to be the $ Richard Lavoie. The $. I'm sorry, Angie beat you to it, Evil Detective Pikachu. It's the $ Richard Lavoie, $RichardLevoi. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. Yeah, but they say women are always first, Evil Detective Pikachu. You got to be a gentleman. You got to be a gentleman. So everyone's telling me, Apefather, why don't you get a job besides YouTube? So I decided to do that. All right, I decided to get a job besides YouTube. Now, YouTube is a job, but I decided to do something else. But if I'm going to do something else, I want to do my own business. So I love Angie very much. That's it. So now, hopefully, when these events become successful, I'm going to be filming. I'll be filming them on YouTube too. And hopefully that'll get a lot of people off my back, right? A lot of people will stop breaking my chops. Okay, so here it is. Apefather officially has a job. Once again, I'm self-employed, but it's going to be to do good things for good people. A lot of people out there are hurting, man. They lost their loved ones. They have, in a lot of cases, little support. They need more support. I know I have I have basically no support except all of you. You're my full-time support. But anyway, let's do a little music. I'll be doing entertainment at these events as well. Little Brooklyn funk. Just give me a second. Let me just fix this keyboard. This keyboard is driving me crazy. I gotta get a new keyboard too. That's the next thing I gotta do. It's not bad. It's still good, but it's a little pain in the butt. All right, look, guys, if you're going to be fighting here, I just got to get rid of you. Just come on. This is not about that. Come on, let's all be nice. All be nice, okay? Come on, let's all be nice. What's up, Tommy's Touch? Tommy's Touch in the house. Thank you, Angie. So like I said, Apefather is starting a new career, a new job. It's going to be my own business, and it's going to be to help families in the South Jersey area. We might expand eventually in the future. We could do this nationwide, but we're going to start right now in South Jersey. And it's going to be to help families grieving. That's it. It doesn't make, if you lost a family member, I don't want people to think, listen, obviously I've lost my wife, it was cancer, my mother was pneumonia, and my wife was pneumonia as well. But it doesn't have to be, limited to that. It can be anything. You're grieving, we want to help. Okay, you're grieving. We want to provide you with a family environment. You could bring your kids, a restaurant. You're going to eat. You're going to have a great meal. You're going to have a fun environment. You're going to hear entertainment. You're going to have fun. And you're going to be able to socialize. You're going to be able to socialize and meet people who are in a similar situation, just like you. For instance, me. I lost my wife. I've lost my mom all in 2 weeks. I don't have a support system. This is how this idea really came up. I don't have anybody. I mean, I have small people here and there where I could say, okay, I call them up, but they're busy. Rich, I got my own family. I got my own life. I got my own job. They can't dedicate themselves to me. So I said to myself, I really need a lot of support. I said, if I'm going to be dedicating this much time to it, I said, I might as well start a business. So with that said, that's what I'm going to be doing. And if anybody would like to support us with a small cash app, this also will benefit, a portion of this benefits my family as well. Okay, so it's going to be, it supports my family and it supports this business. My cash app is the $ Richard Lavoie. It's no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. So it's the $ RICHARDLEVOI. Anybody who would do a cash app, I'm going to give you a big shout out on the video. Okay, that you're a sponsor. Okay, and I'm going to give you a big shout out. I'm going to say thank you for whoever gives a contribution. Thank you for making these events take place, and we're going to also film the events. That's right. I'm going to be grief counseling. We're going to be, but it's also going to be fun. There's going to be music. There's going to be entertainment. It's going to be a fun environment. You know me with food. There's going to be great food. So it's all about just helping families grieve, helping families that really need help, need support, And like I said, I'm going to be filming these events. So I want you to know, if you do give a cash app, you're going to see these events take place, and you're going to know that you did a wonderful thing. You're going to see a lot of people down at these events, and you're going to say, wow, I helped a lot of people that are grieving. And like I said, this doesn't just have to be limited to New Jersey. As time goes on, depending on the support that we get, we can start branching out to other states. But right now, we're going to start in New Jersey. Thank you, Angie. I love you. Will you be providing on-site therapists? I mean, I'm not sure. That's a good question, Real Aqua. I mean, maybe it might be a good idea to do that, but I was thinking I wanted it to be more of a fun environment. That's not the way I was picturing it in my head. I think people who are grieving, they already have that. They already have therapists. I wanted this to be a fun evening. Like the way I was thinking about it would be, there would be music, there would be food. It would be like a family oriented event where the kids could have fun. You know what I mean? Depending on how many kids come, we might even have kid entertainment as well, not just adult entertainment. But I don't know if I'm going to have therapists there. I was thinking the therapist would be us. We would be the therapist. Like, in other words, like we would be talking to each other. You follow me? Like people who have similar experiences. So I'm really not sure if I'm going to have therapists there. It's a good question, though. Right, I would be doing some music, but I might have a band there or something. We'll see. We'll get a little like rat pack to come down, like a rat pack tribute. I got you under my skin. Something, little Frank Sinatra. We'll see. But anyway, we're gonna have food. So that's what I'm saying. Listen, the sooner we get enough cash apps in, the sooner I could do my first event. And yes, it does benefit my family. I know everybody wants transparency. It's probably gonna make a 50-50 thing. 50% benefits my family, and 50% goes to the event. What are you thinking about for the location? I'm not sure. It's gonna be somewhere in South Jersey. I don't know yet. I don't. Off the top of my head, it's got to be something that will be a family environment. It could probably be. I don't know yet. It could be a restaurant. It could be. I don't know. I really, really don't know yet. Maybe somewhere in Atlantic City. We'll see. Maybe Carmine's, remember like the old days. Like I don't know yet. We'll see. What is the Cash App goal? I don't know. I don't know. It depends on a lot of factors. Maybe Carmine's might be a good idea, right? Real Aqua. That might not be a bad idea. I really don't know. I really don't know. It depends on a lot of factors, right? It depends on a lot of factors. How many people are going to come? A lot of things depend on it. Like if we were having only 10 people there, you don't need that much, right? But if we were having 100 people there, it really depends. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I would think anywhere between 5 to 10,000, to do the first event. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. You know what I mean? Because you got to figure you're buying food, entertainment, plus obviously this has got to benefit my family as well. So I would say something like that. Probably like my goal would probably be like 10,000 for the first event, something like that. And we'll see where we're gonna have it. But then another thing you got to figure, we have to advertise the event. That's gonna cost me money too. I got to advertise it. I got to advertise. You need money. You need money. You know what I mean? I got to advertise the event. Advertising is not cheap. Advertising could be thousands of dollars. So you figure you need money for food. You need money for the drinks. You need money for entertainment. You need money for advertising. You need money for a lot of things. It's going to be free. In other words, the people who are grieving are not going to pay. The people who are grieving are coming down. Everything will be provided to them free of charge. They will not be paying for anything. Everything will be free of charge. I don't know. Is there two Angies in here now? Who knows? Is there two Angies in here? There's got to be two Angies. Yeah, I could tell. What is the real NG and what is the fake NG? But anyway, it's very simple how we verify it. You'll see the event. that's the verification. I'm going to film the event. So that's how we verify it. The sooner I get enough support, the sooner we could do the first event. It's really that simple. And like I said, I'm not going to be depending only on people on YouTube. I'm going to be contacting local businesses in New Jersey as well. So it'll be a combination of my YouTube support. It'll be a combination of local businesses in New Jersey as well. So, slow. I'm looking forward to it. Slowly but surely, we could do the first event. And like I said, if each person would put up even $25, you could do something real quick. You could do something real quick. It's got to get a couple of hundred people. You know what I mean? That's the goal, and we could get it going. We could get it going ASAP. So that's kind of like what I'm looking for, like a minimum. If you could, $25, Cash App. And like I said, there is something in it for you. I will do a big shout out video for you. You will be a sponsor. It doesn't have to be Cash App. Detective Pikachu, I already told you, you could do a super chat if you don't have Cash App. And I think Detective Pikachu, you always do super chats, so you're no stranger with super chats. The only problem with super chats is that, it takes longer. I have to wait up to 2 months to get it. So that's the only problem. You could do a super chat. There we go. The $ Richard Lavoie. Let me tell you, Cash App is a great app. You should really think about it. It's an awesome app to use. I use it all the time. So you should download it. You should check it out. It's a really, really cool app. You could buy stocks, Bitcoin, you could do your taxes. It gives you a lot of benefits. So it's the $ Richard Lavoie, $RichArdLevoi, no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. So I will continue being an entertainer on my live streams. I'm going to continue being an entertainer at the events. Okay? So we're going to be doing music all night long, Lionel Richie style. Let's get back into the music. Let's do a little Lover's Game. This one I'm going to dedicate to my wife, Jennifer, my lover, my best friend. Rest in peace, my beautiful wife. This was our favorite song. You always know how I feel inside, even if I don't say a word. Your sarcastic smile, laughing eyes, acting so absurd. When I'm mad, I try to hide it all from you, but I can't. You always see right through. This is how we play our lover's game. Play our lover's game. Thank you, Angie. You always know just what to say to make all my troubles go away. Maybe I will, real awkward. How to talk you into feeling bad when I was wrong in a way. You give me love when I'm in the mood for it. You drive me crazy and you never quit. This is how we play our love's game. Play our love's game. Little piano solo. but I can't. You always see right through. This is how we play. I love his game. Play, I love his game. Little Lover's Game in the house there. Thank you, evil Detective Pikachu. So like I said, we're just looking for some entertainment tips here. If you're generous to help Apefather launch his new idea, his new company, it's going to be to help families in the South Jersey area that are grieving, that lost loved ones. Now, again, I want to be crystal clear. As the company grows, we could do events nationwide. We're just starting in New Jersey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andrew. I want to help other families though too. I don't want to just. I want other. Look, I'm hurting right now. I am hurting, Andrew. I'm not going to lie to you. I have no support, and I really feel what we need to do here is we have to build a big support system. And the way we're going to do that is through this idea I have. It's events for grieving families, starting off in South Jersey. I want to rent out a nice place. We'll see. It could be even Atlantic City, maybe Carmine's. Maybe we'll just pay for a certain amount of money per person. I think they offer something for like under $100 a person, and we'll give them a nice dinner. We'll give them an opportunity to sit down, have a big family style. I'm thinking Carmine's now. The more and more I'm thinking about it, give them a nice family style Italian dinner. We could all sit down together. Have a couple of drinks. Why not? Hey, nothing wrong with that. And give them an opportunity to just talk to people that are going through something similar to what they're going through. The more and more I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking maybe Carmine's. I'm thinking about the more and more I'm thinking about the idea, I think I might do Carmine's. We'll see. We will see. Peter Luger could be a good idea too. Peter Luger, sure. But anyway, this is the Cash App. Yeah, right. One day we could do the Apefather Majestic Casino again. Thank you, evil Detective Pikachu. But like I said, you might say, "What's in this for me?" What is in this for me? What's in this for you is that you're going to get a big shout out. I'm going to do a video for you. You're going to be a sponsor, and I'm going to mention to every family that you helped. Okay, I'm going to keep track of everybody who helped, and you tell me if you want me to use your real name or if you want me to use your YouTube name. That'd be right. This why I'll say the evil Detective Pikachu helped you. I'll say. No, seriously, I'm going to be keeping a whole count starting right now, starting today. So whoever, it has to be a Cash App though. It's got it. I'm sorry. Super chats. The problem with super chats, look, you could do it, but it's going to be tough to do it with super chats because I got to wait 2 months. That's what the problem is. I mean, look, I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. It's just that it's going to delay it. If you do super chats, it's going to delay it. It's really got to be a Cash App. Cash App is instant. It goes into my account. Cash Apps, I got to wait 2 months, up to 2 months, plus it's large fees. So really looking for Cash Apps. I guess worst case scenario, if maybe we could work something out where we can mail out checks. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If people don't want to do Cash Apps, we'll figure something out. But like I said, you might say, "What's in it for me?" Well, wouldn't you want to help families grieving? I mean, isn't that a beautiful thing? Wouldn't you like to know that you're a part of helping families that lost their loved ones? You know what I mean? And you helped bring them together with other families that are experiencing the same things. And listen, I mean, in all honesty, if it is, I think that's enough of a benefit. You know what I mean? That's enough of a benefit. The fact that you're going to help families that are grieving. So, you know what I mean? I think that's a big thing. I think even if you wanted to help me, I'm grieving, my children are grieving. And you're going to help more families that are grieving. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm going to be filming these events. And at the events, anyone who helped, I'm going to mention you on the live stream. I'll do like a live stream of the event. And I'll say, example, like Real Aqua came through to make this happen. Yeah. Angie came through. Yeah. I'm going to mention everybody who gives. So plus I'm going to give you a shout out video. I'm going to give you a big shout out videos. So it's up to you. You know what I mean? If you have the good heart to say, you know what, here's $25. Hey, Father, you go do your event, help a lot of people in need. God bless. Okay. It's got to be done through the Cash App. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not trying to be a pain in the butt here. Super chats, I can't really count it. I can't, because the problem is you could do a super chat, but I can't guarantee it's going to go towards this because I got to wait 2 months to get that super chat. Plus there's a large fee. It's going to be very complicated. But with Cash Apps, it's very easy. Sheryl Crow, yeah. That'd be it. Well, the problem with Call Minds is that I don't know if I could do entertainment. That's the only problem at Call Minds. Evil Detective Pikachu. I'll tell you what. I think you have my address anyway, right? You posted my address a million times. Detective Pikachu. I think all of us know you have my address, correct? Detective Pikachu, you have my address. You've only posted it on X 50 million times. So I'll tell you what, Detective Pikachu. My real name is Richard Lavoie. It's L-E-V as in Victor. Oh, okay, so here's what you could do. You can write a check. How simple is this? Write a check payable to Richard Lavoie, L-E-V as in Victor, O-I. You mail it to the address that you know you have, 25 Hillside Avenue, okay? There you go. Problem solved, Detective Pikachu. Problem solved. I mean, whatever, a money order would be fine. But isn't that simple? Okay, now you don't have to do a super chat. You don't have to do a Cash App. You could just do a money order, okay? And you know what, Detective Pikachu? If you do it, I'll prove to everybody. I'll make a video on it. I'll make a whole video saying that evil Detective Pikachu came through and mailed the money order. And you make the money order payable to Richard Lavoie. My last name is spelled L-E-V as in Victor, O-I. And just mail it to my home address. Very, very simple. I'll make a whole video on it. I will make a whole video on it. Thank you, evil Detective Pikachu. You're the best. I've grown to really care for Detective Pikachu now. So anyway, get back to the music. Starting the Apefather's new business, helping grieving families. Babe. Thank you, Lacey from Brooklyn. Let's do the Brooklyn song for Lacey. Grew up on the Coney Island side. Hot dogs and Nathan's in the Cyclone for a ride. Cruising down 86th Street. Got my windows open, blasting music with a beat. Saturday night at Bay Ridge. Picked up a girl, made out under the Verrazano Bridge. Late night food at Del Rio Diner. Nothing makes me feel finer than good old Brooklyn is on my mind. Holy Brooklyn, one of a kind. I want Brooklyn to always be home to me. Brooklyn funk again. 2, 3, 4. That's for you, Lacey. That was for Lacey from Brooklyn. That was the Brooklyn song and Brooklyn Funk. Original music, Richie Lavoie, aka the Apefather. So, like I said, this is going to be a different scenario than before. Like I know before you guys were only helping me and my family, and God bless you for doing that. But this particular scenario will also be helping families in need that are grieving. So what I'm going to be doing, so for instance, let's say you do a Cash App right now. I'm going to save that information. I'm going to be making videos giving shout outs to all of the sponsors and live at the events. I'm going to mention you at the event. So in other words, while these families are all together eating courtesy of you, compliments of you, I'm going to mention all of them. Like example, I'll say Lacey from Brooklyn, helped make this happen. You know, let's do a toast. Let's do a toast to Lacey from Brooklyn. God bless. Salud, Chintati. So unfortunately, it has to start now, though. That's the only thing. I know people might say, well, I contributed in the past. I know, but if you contributed in the past, that was for my family. And like I said, thank you for that. Though, but God bless you for helping my family in our time in need. So this is a new venture. It's starting today. So if anybody does a Cash App today, like I said, you're going to be getting a lot of shout outs. I'm going to be doing videos at the event. I'm going to do live streams of the events. I'm going to mention to all the sponsors that you contributed. So it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Listen, what did you like? What did you like to this guy here? Let's get rid of this person here. Oh my God. Crazy people here. What did you like? What did you like to be a part of something beautiful? Think about this. There are people out there who lost their loved ones. I lost my wife. It's so sad. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying to keep busy. I'm trying to keep my mind on something positive because I was really getting myself down in the dumps, man. I was getting down in the dumps. And I know my wife loved me. I know my life was very angry. Detective Pikachu, you throw me off with that. You throw me off with that. There has to be a God, Detective Pikachu. There has to be a God. I mean, who created the earth? Who created, the ocean? Who created the sky? Who created space? There has to be a supreme being. I mean, there has to be. I'm not saying I agree with why he took my wife and my mother. I would like to get answers on that, especially virtually at the same time. I do have questions. I want answers on that. But there definitely has to be a God. That I have to disagree with you on. Human beings did not create the solar system, space, right? I'm from Brooklyn originally, but now I'm in the Jersey Shore. But anyway, moving forward, for a very small Cash App, you can do something beautiful. Sorry. You can do something beautiful. You could help me organize an event to help families grieving that lost loved ones. Okay, this is going to be in the South Jersey area. I'm going to be filming these events. I'm going to be doing live streams of these events. And I will mention your name as a sponsor to all of these beautiful families. So think about that. What would you rather do with $5, right? Let's say you got $5. What are you going to do with it? Tell me. Wouldn't you, Detective Pikachu? I love you, but remember I told you before. I told you that the super chats are not really going to go towards this, but I love you. Oh, I love Detective Pikachu. But you said you were going to do a money order. Super chats, unfortunately, I told you this. They're going to take 2 months. I love you, Detective Pikachu. But remember I told you I said to do the money order? I just want to be clear. Super chats are not going towards this. But I love you, Detective Pikachu. I love you, Detective Pikachu. Thank you. This has got to be done either by Cash App or money orders. You can mail them to me. Thank you, Detective Pikachu. But anything to do with Cash Apps or money orders will go towards these events. But like I said, 50% about. Because the other 50% will be helping my family as well. As you know, we lost our income in addition to losing the two most important people in our life. So I really want to do this first event soon, you know? If we could just get enough people together and each person was doing a small Cash App, I could get this going like as soon as, who knows, a week or something, you know? And wouldn't you feel good about yourself? Wouldn't you feel like, would you say, wow, for a couple of dollars that I gave, you'll see people all getting together in a beautiful, beautiful restaurant, maybe Carmine's Atlantic City, courtesy of you. And wouldn't that be, listen, can I be honest with all of you? If I was in a better position in my life, like let's say I didn't lose my wife, listen to me, I didn't lose my mom, okay? And someone came to me with this idea, someone came to me and said, Rich, here's the situation. I want to help families out there that, lost loved ones. You know what I would say? I would say I'm in. I'd say we need $25. Here it is. Like, if you're not in a position like that, why wouldn't you want to help people that are in a position like that? My children lost their mom. Don't you understand this? My children lost their mother. They don't have a mother. Michael and Sophia. Michael's 14. Sophia's 11. Okay. My children don't have a grandmother. Okay. Do you know how effing sad that is? That's sad. Okay. Why wouldn't you, if you're not in that position or if your children are not in that position, I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to help other people out. Like, why wouldn't you want to say, here's $5, here's $10. God bless. God bless. Okay. You're going to bring happiness in people's lives. You're going to give people that lost so much, that are experiencing so much suffering, that are experiencing so much pain. You're going to give them a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's what I'm saying, William. Girls need a mom. But you know what else they need, William? Can I tell you what else they need? And I'm telling you this because I need it, William. They need support. Look, you want to know what these events are going to do? They're going to have an opportunity for children too. It's not just adults. For children to be in a setting with other people that have experienced hurt. They might bring their children as well. Children make new friends, adults make new friends, and we're there for each other. We're there for each other. You can help make that happen with a very, very small. Come on, don't go there, please. Don't be evil, Detective Pikachu. So the $ Richard Lavoie. This is my Cash App. This is my Cash App. The $ Richard Lavoie. It's the $ RICHARD LEV as in Victor OI. There is no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. Okay, so it's just straightforward. This is the Cash App, $ Richard Lavoie. I will be keeping track of everyone who does these Cash Apps now for the purposes of making videos, giving you big shout outs. And at the event, I'm going to mention whatever name you want me to mention. I will mention your name to all of the families that will be there. We're going to live stream the events and you're going to see it. Okay, you can make this happen. 1, 2, 3. Think about this, right? If just 100 people did like $25 or more, that's $2,500. That would be like, we'll be right there, you know. Maybe you could do $50. It all depends on your generosity. My suggestion is this. You should really have a good heart, because I would do it. I've helped a lot of people in my life. Can I tell you something? Throughout my life, I've helped a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people. Unfortunately, now I'm the one who needs help. I lost my wife. I lost my mom. I lost my monthly income. I lost everything. I still have my kids though. Yeah, my beautiful daughter Sophia is hurting. She is hurting, and my son is hurting too. Yeah, that's right, evil Detective Pikachu. But I've done a lot more than that. Did you see those videos where I gave $100 to people who are homeless? I don't know if you saw those videos. I've done a lot of things. I always try to help people, but right now, Apefather needs to be helped. And not only that, I still want to help people. Even in the toughest time of my life, I want to bring joy to other people. I want to bring joy. I want to see other people happy. And, like I said, if you make a small cash app, I will save your name. I'm going to make a big shout out video for you. And I'm going to notify you. I'm going to let you know when we have the events. And, it's up to you if you want to provide me an email address. If you don't want to provide me an email, I'll just make a video. That's what I'll probably do. Just make it simple. I do tip very well. Remember Candy at Fuji? I used to give Candy $100 tips. Oh my God, that makes me think about my wife, Jennifer, though. Candy was crying when we were in there. And the funny thing was my wife didn't pass away back then. Last time we were in Fuji, I saw Candy and my wife was still alive, but she was that was the first time they put her on the ventilator. And I remember I told Candy, I was crying. She gave me a hug. She's a beautiful person, Candy. So, like I said, enough people do these cash apps. We can make this event happen pretty quickly. I've been thinking about what are you going to do with like $10, $15? What are you going to do with it? Wouldn't you rather give that to a family that lost someone special in their life? Like my children lost their mom, they lost their grandmother, I lost my wife, I lost my mother. There were people out there in similar situations. There are people out there in similar situations, and your cash app can help them. Your cash app could help them. So once again, is the $ Richard Lavoy, RICHARD LEV as in Victor OI. So I'm gonna be ending this live kind of soon. We gotta go out there, take the kids out to get a little bite to eat. All this talk about Carmine's, I'm thinking about Carmine's. I'm thinking about Carmine's right now. As I'm talking to all of you, I'm saying not for nothing, I could go for some Carmine's right now, but it makes me think of my wife too. Everything makes me think of my wife. You want to know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to celebrate her life. I'm really trying hard. I'm trying to be positive because the negativity was eating me up, man. It was, what it is? I was focusing on just how much I miss her. I miss her so much. I miss my mother so much. But sometimes what you have to do is you have to try to think of the positives. I gave Jennifer a beautiful, beautiful life. I gave her a beautiful life. My wife always said to me, Richard, all I want in this world, I want children, I want a beautiful house, I want to be married. And I gave that to her. And it all happened after the song Back Into My Arms. Back Into My Arms. Change, I can't even think about that right now. I can't even think about moving on right now. What I'm trying to do, you want to know what I'm trying to do right now is I want to be a good dad. That's the most important thing. I want to be, and I've always been a good dad, but I lost my income. I lost my income, so I'm trying to get my income back. So, like I said, and I'll be perfectly transparent with this business. Up to 50% of this, would go towards these events. Up to 50% would also be going to help my family, because I'm keeping it transparent with all of you. I lost $7,000 a month, unfortunately. I don't care about the money. Listen, my main concern is I lost my wife. I lost my mother, Josephine. That's all. Like, I don't care about money, but I do have two kids to support. So I have to, you know what they say, no choice. I have to support them. I have to take care of them. So, but with these cash apps that you're gonna do now, I'm gonna keep track of them. Like I said, I'm gonna be making big shout out videos for you with a little music, and when we do these events, I'm gonna mention you live at the events. We're gonna live stream the events, and I will mention that you were generous. It doesn't matter what the amount is. You could give $5, $10, $20, whatever your heart desires. It will be going to families grieving, including my family. I'm grieving too. You're crazy, evil Detective Pikachu. You're wild. I think about my wife. That's what I do. You want a personal question? My wife still turns me on, even though she's not here. The memory of my wife. Right? Is that a good answer for you? I think about my wife. I always do. I miss her so much. She was my lover. She was my best friend. She was everything. The mother of our children. Listen, 27 years, man. 27 years. What are you gonna do? You don't just forget about somebody. Not that quickly. So I'm never gonna forget about her. I'll love her forever. I'll love my mother forever. Um, but I really want to do these events. So like I said, we're gonna keep promoting this as the Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. $RICHARDLEVOI. It's really just got to be on Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, here's my email address. You see my email right there? It's Richard LE101 at gmail.com. What I would suggest, if you don't have Cash App, send me an email. You can mail me a money order. I'll give you my address in the email. So once again, that's my email address, Richard LE101 at gmail.com. But like I said, Super Chats is solely going to go to help Apefather and the fam, okay? Super Chats is too difficult for me to do the events with. I want to be completely honest because I don't get them for like 2 months. You know, there's a 30% fee I got to pay on them. It's too difficult. So if you wanted to contribute for these events, like I said, it's going to be through the Cash App or a money order that you could email me. But with that said, I guess I'll end this live stream for now. I will be back in a little bit. God bless all of you, and please consider helping the Apefather's new business, which is to help people in need. Let's get rid of this guy. Bye-bye. God bless all of you. God bless your families. I will be back soon.